We've been given a gadget to experiment with whilst living in our motorhome to help make our lives easier. Is it something that's going to help us live off-grid in this budget lifestyle? Motorhome and van life is not dissimilar to boat life, where the compromises we make and the challenges we have are more than made up with the adventures we have and the people we meet. We failed miserably on our first wild camping trip. As with living on a boat, power is the most important element to create an easier nomadic lifestyle. Wild camping is all about staying off-grid, as in not needing to plug into the electricity supply for as long as possible. If you've not met us before, we are Steve, Annette and Gus. This is our beautiful home. Our lives are normally spent sailing the seven seas, but currently we are back in the UK helping with a few family issues. Bags are packed, are you ready? Since coming back to the UK, our lives have taken us on a few adventures. Last week we really enjoyed helping newbie sailors sailing SV Solace move their boat in the aftermath of a storm. This week we're trying our hand at something relatively new to us: wild camping. If you watched our episode, kind of 2 episodes back, you'll know that our wild camping trip was a complete failure. So we're going to try it again tonight.
Wild.
We're not going very far. We're just going to go down to Hurst Castle, which is about an hour away, but it's free and it's right on the coast there. So
wild.
And it is a bit wild there, yeah. The reason why we're going to try it again will become apparent, but we hope that you'll stick with us. And with a bit of luck, the weather's going to be nice tomorrow as well. Not hot, but it's going to be sunny. Did you have a good day at work today? Yes.
I hardly swore at all.
Wow. I find that difficult to believe.
I do, because I'm very good at swearing.
Yeah, don't I know it? When you're not properly set up, van life has its limitations. The biggest is power. When we tried wild camping before, we had no idea how quickly we would run out of electric, and we were literally left in the dark. We are hoping that the gadget we've been sent will help us to stay out longer without that worry. It's getting a bit chilly. I don't know what I've got my sunglasses on for. Just because we live this nomadic life, it doesn't mean that we want to be without the ability to keep in touch with the world and our family and friends. Having our phones, laptops and a TV do just that for us.
Ahoy there.
Steve's getting all excited, aren't you, Steve?
Yeah. The reason I'm excited, and this is the face of excitement, is because on wild camping we're going to give this a try, which was kindly given to us by Allpowers. We pre-charged it up so it's fully charged, so now I'll plug my TV in, plugged it in, I'll turn it on. Let's turn it on. Why is it not working? Well no, I think I have to turn the sockets on, turn the TV on.
Oh wow. Allpowers, you have made Steve's day.
There's nothing wild about this camping. I've got TV.
Brilliant.
I'll turn it off now. I've got to save the battery. I'm going to play. I want to watch TV for a couple of hours and then see how much power it's used. At the moment, it's telling me that it should last for 9 hours. As you've probably seen from our previous video where we went and did a little bit of wild camping and failed spectacularly. Well, we didn't fail, but we ran out of power basically. So I was a little bit miserable because I couldn't watch the TV. So we were contacted by a company called Allpowers, and they've offered us a power pack and a solar panel to try out on our wild camping trip. So
This is him.
So that's it out the box. It's really quite compact and really quite nice looking. So we've got to charge it up before we actually go out, so we make sure it's fully charged so we can get the best use out of it. And I've also got to read the manual. It's always good to read the manual rather than not read the manual. I think it's going to change our life. And my TV. Because I'm a little bit obsessed with the T3 and the air fryer. So looking at it, we've got two plug outlets, a normal cigarette lighter outlet,
a 12-volt one,
12-volt one, a light, 2 USB-Cs and 2 USB-As. So that's like the older style one, and then the C one. The wireless charger on the top. So underneath that cover, that's how you connect the solar panel in to charge it. That's a breaker in case it trips out to reset, and that's the power input for the 240-volt to charge it up. It looks really nicely made, really nicely made. That just clips back in. We'll get it charged up and have a play around with it. It looks really good.
Part of the deal, they gave us a solar panel as well.
So again, we've got to read the manual, but
it's nicely packaged.
It is very nicely packaged. On that one you can plug it into a cigarette lighter. But I've got to read the manual. Read the manual. RTFM. Read the manual. So I've just downloaded the Allpowers app. It scans, finds the one that we've got, which is that one. That's what the app panel looks like. And I should be able to turn the light on. It's got a little light there. I'm doing that from the phone.
Remotely. Excellent.
I do love a gadget.
And I just finished, so I just have to do the same.
He's a happy boy.
Sailing
I'm
seabird.
stressed because it's quite hot today. It's like 26, 27 degrees.
We love these guys.
So
Been watching them right from the very beginning when they were in their little monohull.
Because it was.
We don't always comment. We are bad. We don't always comment, and we should do. Great channel, Sailing Seabird, restoring a 50-year-old boat that's been in a yard for 15 years, just abandoned. So, yeah, give them a watch. I love sunsets. It's so peaceful and quiet here next to the water. Makes me realise what a fantastic life we live.
I've been sleeping in front of the TV for about 2.5 hours now. Because I've had a bit of a wild day. So I'm tired from work, so I put the TV on, it sends me to sleep. So it's been playing to itself for 2.5 hours whilst I've been having a kip. And we're just about to press the button and see how much. Oh, it's down to 70%.
What's the time then?
Coming up to 20 to 11.
Oh, that's not too bad, is it? Because before we were in bed at 7:30.
Yeah, when we had no TV, we actually slept in bed. When we got a TV, we sleep in front of the TV.
What a beautiful morning it is today. Just look at this. Wait, stay there, guys. No, we've woken up and it is beautiful, but unfortunately Steve's had a bit of a panic phone call from work, so we're now racing back to Southampton so he can go back to work on his weekend off. Well, if I didn't know better, I would say you'd put Sam up to this.
Oh yeah. You think if I had that much control over him, I'd be a happy man. Right, so we got down to 57% last night on the power pack. So now we're going to try and put some power back in through the cigarette lighter. Just taking a picture of the front of it. Showing me that it's taking a charge of 110 watts. It's already gone from 57 to 58% in like under a minute. So we'll see what we're like on the trip back to Southampton and how much we can put back in.
The good news is that we went about 45 miles with the all-power unit plugged into the cigarette lighter, and as you can see here, it went from 58% to 90% in the 3/4 of an hour that it took us to get back. So it really did charge quite quickly. Excellent.
We've used it again last night and it's down to about 42%, and what we're going to try now is the solar panel, charging it from the solar panel. They supply you with the panel and the lead to connect it to the actual power station. These are fairly straightforward to connect, you can't get them wrong, and that will then allow that one to plug in to there. Should start charging. We've got a nice sunny day, so we'll see how it gets on. So we connected the solar panel, it's quite easy. We stood it up, it's got its own legs. It's on 26%, so it's actually a bit lower than we thought because we were charging the phones this morning, and it's receiving 75 watts from the solar panel. So we'll see how that gets on over the next couple of hours. So the solar panel was on for probably connected for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So it's up to 48%, so it's gone up 22%. It does seem to charge at a slower rate than when it's plugged into the cigarette lighter and the engine's running, but it's still charging, so we're not unhappy. For my purposes of watching TV, it's been absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the power packs work really well. I'm pleased with it. I think it's got some limitations, as in it's not a big power pack, but that has a flip side, that because it's not big, it charges up quite quickly because it's not trying to charge a massive kind of power bank. It did what we wanted it to do.
His needs.
My needs are met. I'm very simple. Just want to be able to watch when I'm wild camping.
No.
When I'm wild camping with my wild dog, I want to be able to watch TV.
The great thing is that Allpowers are offering you a 10% discount if you use our affiliate link in the narrative below and use the discount code SailingSVCordelia.
So I've just downloaded the Allpowers app, and to turn on the Bluetooth on the thing, I hold that in for three.
Not the thing.
I'm doing that from the phone.
Remotely. Excellent.
I do love a gadget.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll be able to turn the light off from bed. Well, I'll be able to turn the TV on and off from bed though. Oh yeah, I've got a remote. Dumbass. I'll get this one, which I'm getting used to. See, this is like the future. This is a diddler, and I'll call him a diddler, right? It's a diddler.
It's a remote control,
It's a remote control, it's a diddler. Okay, grew up was a diddler. But it's solar powered. Okay, so you don't have to put batteries in it.